South Africa awoke today to scenes no one thought they would ever witness. President Cyril Ramaphosa, arrested in Johannesburg under a barrage of corruption allegations, was taken into custody in a move that has stunned both the ruling party and the nation. What began as whispers of legal trouble has erupted into the most serious political crisis the country has faced since the dawn of democracy. Early in the morning, a convoy of black SUVs surrounded Ramaphosa's motorcade on a main Johannesburg route. Witnesses say the president appeared visibly shaken as plainclothes officers approached and presented an arrest warrant. Within minutes, the leader of Africa's most industrialized nation was escorted into an armored vehicle and driven off to a secure location. The atmosphere was electric, almost surreal. Ordinary citizens who happened to be on the street pulled out their phones, recording what they called a historic moment. Some cheered, shouting that at last justice has caught up with the untouchable. Others, however, stood in shock, unable to process the sight of the sitting president being subdued like an ordinary criminal. Inside the African National Congress, ANC, chaos has erupted. Reports suggest that as soon as news of Ramaphosa's arrest broke, several top officials abandoned meetings, switched off their phones, and disappeared. Security agencies have confirmed that surveillance has picked up movements of certain high-ranking ANC members toward airports and border posts. One intelligence source described the scene as a stampede of panic. According to the source, many ANC leaders fear they will be next in line as investigators widen their probe into state funds mismanagement, backroom deals, and foreign accounts linked to party elites. Already, whispers are growing louder that secret recordings and financial documents implicating multiple NEC members are in the hands of investigators. The possibility of a mass wave of arrest has thrown the party into disarray, with insiders saying the ANC is facing its darkest hour. In Johannesburg CBD, thousands gathered outside police headquarters demanding transparency. Some held placards reading "And no one is above the law," while others questioned what this means for South Africa's international reputation. Among the youth, there is a sense of vindication. Many young activists claim they have long called out ANC corruption, and Ramaphosa's arrest proves that the old order is crumbling. Yet for older citizens, especially those who once trusted Ramaphosa as a stabilizing figure after years of turmoil, the moment is heartbreaking. "I voted for him because I thought he would bring change. Now look where we are," said a Johannesburg resident, shaking his head. Opposition parties have seized on the moment, declaring it the death blow to ANC credibility. Leaders of the DA, EFF and Action SA are already calling for Parliament to convene an emergency session to debate Ramaphosa's removal and chart the way forward. Julius Malma of the EFF was particularly scathing, saying this is proof that the ANC has betrayed the people of South Africa. "They built a kingdom of lies. And today that kingdom is collapsing before our eyes." While celebrations and anger spill into the streets, analysts warn that South Africa could be heading into dangerous territory. With a sitting president under arrest and senior ruling party figures fleeing or hiding, a leadership vacuum looms large. Questions abound. Who will take charge? Will the ANC survive this storm? And can the country's institutions withstand the political earthquake shaking them to their core? Markets have already reacted nervously, with the rand tumbling as investors brace for uncertainty. Diplomats from neighboring African countries are monitoring the situation closely, fearing the instability could spill beyond South Africa's borders. As of tonight, Ramaphosa remains in custody while his lawyers prepare an urgent application for bail. Authorities have not yet confirmed the full list of charges, but insiders say they relate to misuse of state funds, obstruction of justice, and breach of parliamentary accountability. The ANC, once a liberation giant revered across the globe, now finds itself cornered, exposed, and fractured. Whether it can regroup or whether this moment signals the implosion of the ruling party remains to be seen. One thing is certain: South Africa has entered uncharted waters. The arrest of its president has shaken the nation's foundations, leaving both leaders and citizens to wonder what